The wealthy districts and neighboring hoods in the south of the Oosterlei are referred to as Skyside, whereas the polluted and industrial quarters to the north are collectively known as Smokeside. Within these two major regions, the city is further divided into loosely defined wards. Smokeside is home of the quaint inventors' neighborhood of Steam Haven, peaceful Oosterlei Heights, and the lively Ferris Quarter. In Skyside, one can attend swanky aristocratic galas in the Capital District, pursue the many marketplaces of the Auburn District, and head to Pilot Square to pay for passage aboard an airship or dirigible bound for major ports along the Garundi coastline.
Oh my.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of, you guessed it, the All Guns, No Glory podcast. I am GM Jeff Ball, your host, and with me, I'd like to say the usual suspects. We have about six and a half cast members, a little couple of scheduling conflicts, but this way, not only you never know who you're going to get, we definitely have a colorful cast of characters. And last time, we had our new Oracle, Shurney. Snipe is the best way I can say it. Use a spell to actually snipe and help save a dwarf's life. Now, this dwarf was no damsel in distress. This guy took advantage, jumped up, held his own in battle, and with a light Scottish accent that could possibly remote him, connect him to another podcast, we are welcoming back Andreas Stoutbeard, played by Eric S., whose last name I won't even try to pronounce. And we shall see how the chemistry flares. Now, speaking about chemistry, we've not seen Cassandra in some time. We've not seen Gauze in a little while. And it is Bellamy Smokefur and Pilo going with him, who have to nudge, nudge, wink, wink, check on the goblins. And they head back almost immediately, last episode, and leave you guys to scour the camp for anything useful. While you're doing this, and I'm going to love to say this in the future about Corey, and one day you'll find out why, a familiar face appears atop the dirigible. And it's Gauze, carrying our bag of holding, entrusted to him by Bellamy. And finally, after a seizure, choking on a chicken wing, who knows what was wrong with him. He did have something wrong with his throat and his face, and he ran off asking for a minute. Funny enough, battles are about not even a minute long, with like, say, 10 or 20 in the new rules to search. So he's been gone, let's say, about an hour or so. And then you guys rested, probably put a day in there for some patchwork. So he's been gone about a day or so. But hey, that means he's fully healed, just like magic, and now appears on top of the dirigible. Guys, what do you have to say for yourself? Where have you been?
It's a secret. I have been here. I have been there. I met some new friends.
Well, if you want to be here, I need some athletics check, as you have to climb up this broken down airship.
Okay. Here we go. Oh.
And? Give me a couple.
5.
That's going to get you nowhere.
Plus my 6 for 11.
Okay. It doesn't get you up. Technically, if we're starting you on this side, okay, that's giving them time to search without you. That's that for sure. Spam me a bunch. We'll see how you do. Because there is a reason.
A reason?
Yep.
Oh, there's a good one. 18.
All right. 18 gets you up. You notice at the top here, a lot of this shell is broken and perilous, and you must carefully watch your step. Why, there's even an oracle-sized boot print that has caved away part of the surface here. And as you so carefully try to climb your way down, one more, please.
I have a 20.
Yeah, I saw
after
that.
The 18, and then a 22.
Yep, that's you moving forward through the nastiness. I need actually. Sorry,
14?
I need acrobatics.
Oh,
no,
acrobatics.
No, that's fine. I think I was offering both last time, wasn't I? I think I was.
Yeah.
Give me some acrobatics. Let's see what happens. I was offering either or.
Oh, there's a 17.
Yeah.
There's a 12.
That's good enough. Making it look quite effortlessly. Pay attention, class. Making it look quite effortless. Gaz.
Oh boy.
Gaz rejoins you guys. You ran into Pilo the skeleton and our cat inventor, and they're doubling back to talk with the goblins, get some supplies. They gave you the bag holding with bodies in it and some of our gear, and the actual heist loot that we're supposed to take to you-know-who. You come upon Charwin. You come upon... Oh, there's a couple of new faces here. Let's start with Aiden. Would you describe your oracle, please?
Well, I think we had just briefly encountered each other when I had first come in. I believe with Atticus. Yeah, so you see a very heavily robed feminine figure, blue skin, and a extra hand kind of curled up resting on the shoulder.
And next to her and Charwin, you see a dwarf. Eric,
So you see,
yeah, go ahead.
you see a stout dwarven male, probably wider than he is tall. One peculiar thing that you notice that his right arm is actually a mechanical clockwork device. It's not really an arm. He seems to be holding a shield in it. There's a hammer hanging at his belt. He has flaming red hair and a bright red beard.
What kind of armor are you in?
Scale mail.
Okay. And Charwin, are you wearing... like, I know you got the vagabond thing going on with the brown or whatever, but are you actually wearing armor under there? Just out of curiosity.
I'm wearing hide armor. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you get, like, the stitch patching going? Be awesome.
Anything I could find.
I want to see hide armor that is not taken from the side of the animal, but like all the head and shoulders. So it just looks like you got this taxidermy like arrangement of fox heads and wolf heads all looking out like, hey guys, what do you think we should do in this battle? You know, that'd be my guy with hide armor. Just saying, be warned. Don't ever let me out of this chair. Gentlemen, reconvening and searching the area. Can I have some perception from the lot of you? Bum, bum, bum.
That is a 7. I am absolutely just kind of staring off into space, looking at the light glittering off the walls of trash.
Yeah, Sky's
the girl,
still there.
It's the girl hair. I got a 25.
Okay.
15 for Charwin.
19 for Andrus.
All right. The three of you start picking up trinkets, which pretty much you could, it's like costume jewelry. A lot of it's actually made out of like metal and not precious or even semi-precious metal. But amongst it all, there is a little bit of actual low quality jewelry that you guys would guess would actually, if you sold it all, would be, let's say with your perceptions, you guys should be able to get 150 silver. Like, not bad, considering the cost of things.
Inflation.
Yes. I'll add that to the party treasure. As well as... tell me what... give you guys the floor for a minute. Maybe I'll just dig up some XP and we'll start flooding you guys and see. See, it's time to level. I mean, wouldn't that be exciting? One cool about this system is you can have the party working on a door. You can have the rogue, as rogues do. Hey, DM, I want a tangent. Go off, steal a gem, come back, but before he returns in his stealth mission and heist, the party are breached by goblins. When you reunite them in some weird Pathfinder 2nd edition explanation rules, everybody gets everybody else's XP. So the party gets the rogue's XP for his heist, and the rogue gets the other, right? I thought that was bullshit until I started rearranging the cast where, you know, Gauze shows up and immediately starts absorbing the XP from your last battle and vice versa. He starts giving his mana, as it were, to you guys from the heist. You know, maybe some level, no promises. Anyway, gentlemen, you have the floor to make plans of what you should do next. Now, Pylo was convinced that that's it. Day is won. The gnolls are dead. You know, the sludge diggers or whatever they called themselves. We ran into gnolls. We killed them. Look around. No more gnolls. We win. Let's go get our treasure. Cat's like, all right, I'll go back with you. What do you guys think?
I am curious. What's been going on? What have I
We've
missed?
been eating s'mores. You want some?
I don't think so. They get in my mouth.
They're supposed to.
Well, we fought some cockroaches, some robot dogs, the spirit, and I think they were gnolls, but they were mutated.
Cockroaches.
Very odd.
Do you have cockroaches?
Yeah, in the crane.
We could put them in the s'mores.
Wait a minute, don't tell me you ran off because they looked too good to eat and you started salivating. That wouldn't be right.
I could never tell you that.
All right.
So, should we move on?
We should at least see what's past this bend over here.
You, red-headed guy.
Yes,
How about you go take a look?
that I can. I suggest we keep going. Not the friendliest of places. We best press on.
Shall we go?
Okay, new guy, you got point. So kind.
Off I go. I'll collect my gear, make sure I have my shield out and hammer ready, and we'll press on. There's not a chance of me being stealthy, so.
No. Not that these
Clang,
guys are...
clang, rattle, bing, bang.
We had a rogue. He's so quiet, he appears dead, and he's, you know, that's the boot sticking out of... Now, this is not going to be a spoiler for someone. Let me make sure he's not in the chat. Got a brand new fan that's come along and is talking about the shows and has watched your Evil show. And he started watching this. And I asked him the smattering of questions without calling him. Aiden. That's tonight.
Okay.
That's tonight. He wants to audition. There's the questions, you know, what shows you like, just for statistics, right? What shows do you listen to of ours? What do you like? You know, do you have a favorite character? You know, all that kind of thing. And he hummed and hawed his favorite character is Drew's rogue, who I guess he hasn't got to the part where you perish. And I'm like, okay, you know. Well, you should watch more of the shows. Maybe get a new favorite.
Watching, it'll be great.
Yeah, keep watching. Hopefully he gets a new favorite, because you imagine a listener that just buggers off going, I really only like Drew and his one guy. This is bullshit, and he just goes off to watch Critical Role or some shit.
Did you at least tell him not to get attached?
That would see that. I think that'd be tipping my hand. Oh no, best not get attached, you know. Kind of obvious what that statement implies, though, when you think. So it's like, you know. I mean, we were texting, so we couldn't see that I had my hat over my heart the entire time I was talking about Drew's character, so that's fine. Awarding everyone a boatload of XP for this, that, and the other, at least for the scrapyard. May or may not bring you guys up to par. Anyone, if you guys pull up your, I'm just checking the, forgive me, podcast listeners, we're just kind of want to check a mechanic here and make sure that it's working. No, it does
You
not.
have a mechanics license?
No, I have the mechanic of Fantasy Grounds. No, probably not. Anyway, I push buttons and everything. I don't understand. So, moving on.
When you play video games, are you a button smasher?
No. And I don't see the point at people that throw their controller across the room. That shit's expensive.
Well, I don't throw it across the room. I just don't know how to play, so I smash buttons.
Oh, okay. So
It's true.
do you have control of your mini there, Eric? You want to show me where you're headed? Go peek around the corner. Go have a look there, Rodriguez. Let's see what happens. What are you guys doing? You just like hang back and wait for him to actually like come back and report, or?
Well, no, I would follow a little bit, just not wanting to get too close.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow behind Curly.
So as I go around the bend here, I will take an action just to scope the area, just to make sure that there's no surprises or okay.
So something we haven't covered much in this, I'll get Aiden to pull this stuff up, is when you guys are in exploration mode, not in encounter mode, you have something you can set for each character, or more efficiently, a mode you can set for the whole party. Seeking, trying to avoid notice is a good one. Searching, and you guys really kind of kick over rocks as you go. There's the whole stealth thing where you can have one guy as the lead stealth and he shares his stealth with everybody else, and all kinds of stuff you can do. We've been doing it in the other show, but we haven't really done it much in this one. So now that you guys have learned the hard way that there's literally danger around each corner, seeking, stealthing, avoiding notice. Dwarf says he's seeking. So give me a perception, but drop it in the tower, if you please.
Secrets.
Yes. Secret roll.
So what are you wanting from the?
Give them a quick layout and see if the party has a consensus of what their standard marching order, or we should be doing this kind of thing. I'll let you guys discuss.
So all the activities are avoid notice, defend, detect magic, follow the expert, hustle, investigate, repeat a spell, scout, and search. Says the most common ones are avoid notice, detect magic, hustle, and search.
Right. So detect magic, if you have a caster that walks along going ping, ping, that's pretty cool. Hustle is not being stealthy, but you guys want to get somewhere. Search. Anyway, we've kind of sent him ahead. So right now the dwarf's his own party. What are the rest of you guys doing? Are you doing the avoid notice? Do you guys want to ping, anything like that?
I'll do detect magic.
Okay.
Not much else I can do.
Yeah, I'll do a search with my long spear out.
Okay. Searching, put perception in the tower for me. Detect magic. Don't think that actually comes off an Arcana roll. It's been so long.
So it looks like when characters find something magical using this activity, let them know and give them the option to stop and explore further or continue on. Stopping brings you into a more roleplay heavy scene, which they can search through an area, assess different items, or otherwise try to figure out the source of the magic and what it does.
Kind of like doing the beacon thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the obvious things that our dwarf can see, and I'm just going to open this map up here a little bit. The pincer debris right off of the knoll camp narrows a field. We're working with 15, 20 feet across at their camp down to like a 5-foot space, and then you come into a gully that widens again to like 5 squares wide, and there's a lot more debris. Not necessarily like sharp metal, but a lot more rocks and rubble, but they're scattered pretty flat over hard mud. And then that fades and you start picking up greenery, what looks like coral and moss and a whole bunch of humidity hanging in the air. And this stuff has grown off of, around, on top of, and now encroaches either side pincing the path again a second time, pretty sharp. So our dwarf has advanced from the far corner about 20 feet, and 20 feet ahead of him is a point of narrow of this fungus and green and whatnot. And I'll read you the official description here. Here the walls of trash lining the scrapyard are overgrown with dense green mold, bulging mushrooms, and powdery fungus. Thick, fuzzy rot overflows onto the floor of the scrapyard. Sludge, the plant matter, spongy and slippery looking, lays everywhere. To the east, which is now we're turning north and into the east, a wide sewer tunnel you can see in the distance. Boop, putting you up a bit. Exits the scrapyard. Ooh, looks like you found our goal.
At which point I will slow up and wait for the party to join in.
Okay.
I'd be out of my comfort zone now. This is not my wheelhouse. Anyone know a thing or two about these mushrooms and fungus?
Ooh, that sounds like up my alley. Maybe.
Yeah.
Can I do a nature check on them?
Yep. You want to come up and... okay. You want to put yourself adjacent to some of this wall here and have a look around? Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, walk in it. I just need you, like, close enough for, you know, probable inspection.
I don't want to actually touch it and make something go poof.
No, I get it. Like, yeah, like it even said this stuff looks like it's billowing and poofy, and surely a druid knows better than to, like, just poke stuff with a spear. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you say you were literally walking along poking stuff with a spear? Well, good thing the dwarf was up front, interjected, and now you've been called to, like, you know, they changed your brain. Gauze, you hanging back for a rear guard, or you want in on this?
Oh no, we want in.
Okay. So, bringing the party up, as it were. Anyway, are you guys happy with this? You guys are spread out in a 2x2? Right?
I'll move slightly more northward, but yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Okay. So, Charwin is giving me a nature check of 27. And yes, couple things you know. First of all, this fungus garden has been nurtured over natured. Like, something has really encouraged this to grow. Now, they've taken advantage of, like, a very moist and sloggy area, but you notice that some of the fungi and whatever has been not replicated, but, like, planted. Like, somebody's taken spores and plants and, like, dug in the ground, because there is sort of a, I wouldn't say symmetrical, but you see these fungus and stuff that look like honeycomb?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you see how they are sort of spread adjacently, like a wall, couple thick? It's not perfectly symmetrical, but you know what I mean? It's certainly not random. One here, one here, one here, where wind and animals cause seeds and spores to spread over a wide area. It's pretty dense over a 10, 20, 30, 40-foot area. And on both sides, it's not like this is an unnatural looking occurrence, but it certainly looks like somebody's been doing some guarding tending. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some perception from the rest of you. I'm assuming you guys are chilling. And I'll even take, just for fun, Knowledge Arcana from Shuni, because she's technically pinging away as the last skill of, you know. You do sense some faint magic in the area, but it's more of something like a supernatural creature than a magical item. Your companions are lighting up with dense magic contained on a belt or something, but there is sort of an ambient, phosphorescent, natural magic here. There is something supernatural, as it were. It's extreme, like on Detect Magic, it would be extremely faint. But considering your physical nature, sensitivities, and the fact you're Oracle, I'm willing to state this out loud. For your perceptions, Charwin, we were going off of your last nature check, so I'm going to give you that. Shuni, what'd you get? You Arcana got you
18 and perception 11.
Okay. And Gauze got what for perception? 15?
15.
Okay. And Andres?
10.
All right. This being the last thing you do, it is Charwin, who's got his nose in this fungus, that suddenly notices something is moving, and we are not alone. What do you do?
I guess I'll alert everyone else because they might be blended in
Okay.
to make sure that they notice that there's other creatures than us.
Yep. An action to alert, so these guys are not caught flat-footed, kind of thing. Now, I want to just confer with Aiden. Do they actually? Like, there's not really a surprise round in second edition, but I believe. Back me up on this, Eric. You've been studying P2E lately. I believe that you are considered still flat-footed in the first round until you act. Do you not? Are you not? Which we might be able to cancel with his warning, which is totally worth Charwin spending the action to warn them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, while they're looking that up for me, Charwin, we're still on you. One action down. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess, do these guys look like they're actively trying to engage us, or they're more of just kind of living their life in their nice little fungus habitat?
Whether it's a critter or something smart, it looks like they are like they're moving on you. You know, there's three rustles in bushes that are like all kind of coming at you slowly but steady. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think I'll do a knowledge recall check.
All right. Sounds good.
Would that be a nature?
Yes.
Put it in the tower.
All right. Ooh, you're rolling hot tonight, dude. Small, mushroom-like creatures. A wide variety of a race that are always plant-like, resembling one plant or another, commonly and insultingly, as far as you're concerned, grouped together as a single race known as Lishi. They are small, like 2 to 3 feet tall, tops. They're druidic in nature. They can actually talk to plants. And, you know, left alone, they're pretty peaceful. They just, them and their, you know what I mean? Like, they're not aggressive. But you start mucking around with their home, like you just did, you know, they may take offense to that. Who knows? I can also tell you that depending on what kind of Lishi they are, they have natural defenses. You know what I mean? They don't fight like a person does. They fight like a plant would. Saps, poison, spores, you know, spell casting. Yeah, that's right. I said plants can spell cast. At least these ones do. Anyway, I think I'm giving out way too much. I know you really rocked it with an incredibly high roll, but my guys usually don't use recall knowledge, so I just get a little pent up. I get a little pent up and like, here's a whole bunch of, you know, you nailed it. Well, let's say for every 5 or 10 that you beat the DC, which is like 11, you know, you gain an extra piece of knowledge. Now, I haven't talked about their saving throws. I haven't talked about their defenses. In my defense, I just talked about their, you know, he wants to know about their society, nature, kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. So I'll spout off a little bit of, watch out for the plant-like creatures.
Okay. So let's get back to our rules lawyers before you finish actions, because this, what they say, might change your idea. You got anything on this for me, guys? Aiden?
I'm not actually seeing anything.
Okay. No,
neither am I, Jeff.
All
yeah,
right.
the only thing I know is that if you're a rogue, they are flat-footed to you, I think, for that first round until they go. But I don't know if that
just makes everybody flat-footed to everybody. Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that.
I didn't know if that was a rogue thing.
It might be. Someone like the rogue gets initiative, and if they haven't gone yet, it's like, aha, you know, that sounds like a thing, as opposed to just like making everybody stand there for the first 6 seconds going, huh? Right? So that sounds cool. Just makes the rogue really fast. That's cool. All right. So Charwin, final action. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to try and poke the creature closest to me with my spear.
Do you have a long spear or a regular spear?
I have a long spear.
Okay, you do have 10-foot reach. I will set you up for that target and... Sorry. Poke away. So not taking any chances.
Nope.
Just okay.
I think they look maybe a little unhinged.
All right.
So attack of 18.
Yes, that hits. Watch out for the plague creatures. And he just stabs into the fungus.
And 9 damage.
Okay. So you guys hear this horrible little like a squeal noise. And which guy are you here? 1 second. Just got to make sure I got the right guy. What sounds like a little bit of a squeal or a death roll, and this poof, right? And this cloud of spore just goes kaplooey in a 30-foot emanation. Boom, boom, boom. Now, here's an interesting thought. We were arguing about, center of mass or whatever. And I'm going to put it right on the guy himself because technically, I know we're supposed to use a square, but 30 foot, engulfing all of you. Anyway, this spore cloud just massive green and dissipates, but does blanket us in 30 feet. And Charwin, that is you, sir. Next, we have the next Lishi in line. A free action, a cry of rage comes forth, and as a single action, I'm going to move forward, and a second spore cloud is released. Only this one looks a little bit more intent, a little bit more noxious yellow-green as opposed to just sort of like, oh, my spirit is leaving my body kind of, thing. And I would like a fortitude save from all you guys as more spores just blanket over you guys. Breathe it in, try not to breathe it in. It comes in contact with your skin and it seems acidic. Begins to irritate your eyes. 4 saves on the board, and then tell me what you get. We'll start with Andreas.
Rolled a 25.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything less from a dwarf, sir.
Charwin got a 12.
Shirney got a 21.
Nice. And saving throw from Gauze. He's sniffing at the air. Fortitude save from Gauze. Stop breathing it all in, dude.
Fortitude save.
They're not magic mushrooms. They're mushroom people.
Oh. You didn't tell me that.
They are slightly magical.
Okay, where's the fortitude save?
Main page.
Thanks. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. These big numbers. Oh, look at that. 24.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Some miscommunication of the information here. I need to tighten this up 1 second. Where's my sphere?
I don't know.
Okay, get rid of the pointers. Where was I? Back here? 5, 10, 15. What's my movement? I just gotta make sure that the guy can pull it off, because I got one thing saying it's 30 foot and another thing saying it's 15. It's like, no, I gotta get 25 foot move. Okay, so that's not a problem. So I'm back here. I go 5, 10, 15, 20. No, 15. We'll stay here. On the edge of my thing. Pointers. 15 foot. There. Okay. So a big cloud, 30 feet, all of you guys. I'll keep your fort saves. A more noxious only hits Charwin and the dwarf. And Charwin had... What'd you get, Charwin?
I had a 12.
Right, and the dwarf got 25. So, this poisonous spore cloud, 15 foot, emanates at a DC 14. Take 1 persistent poison damage, and your vision is reduced as long as the persistent damage continues. You can see only 20 feet because this stuff burns your eyes and you're tearing up. Could have been much worse on a critical fail. So, getting back to Aiden, let's talk about persistent damage, which he takes right away, or do we need to flip all the way around to his turn?
Oh gosh. I know it's at the beginning of the turn and you save at the end, but I don't remember if it procs immediately.
Okay.
Instead of taking persistent damage immediately, you take it at the end of each of your turns as long as you have the condition, rolling any damage dice anew each time. After you take the persistent damage, roll a DC 15 flat check to see if you recover from it.
10, 20, okay. Building.
So no immediate, but on their at the end of the first turn, they take the damage and then save.
Okay. So, as if to emulate, like you guys can see better, but as if to emulate what Charwin's dealing with, right? See how I've just kind of shadowed a wall here? Right? That's your 20 foot. So your eyes start burning and you can see them through teary eyes, tear gas, but the fog of war encroaches to like just kind of show the audience how you're, quasi-blinded. Anyway, that is 3 actions. 2 to drop the spores, 1 to move up, not in that order, which brings me to my last guy. This guy, last dude here, comes out 5, 10, 15, and this guy releases spores, but he starts shooting pods at you guys, like actual spore pods. And my first target, after seeing the front guys are affected, I'm going to go with the closest target in the back, which happens to be Shoonie. This guy spits a pod bean at you. P2E.
Well, that's just rude.
Ping. Attack and a miss. Your little hand grabs it off your shoulder and you look at it and throw it. That's 1. And the second one, he's actually going to shoot through cover at the guy in the back. So with a -6, 5 for the second attack, 1 from cover from you guys. He's doing the proverbial warning shot or go away. Just try to lace both of you. And the second shot goes for Gauze in the back. Best of luck with -6, but hey. Critical miss. Gonna cost him an action next round. He spits wide and he seems a little, winded. Unfortunately, this poor fellow, that I was just tending my garden, doing things, talking to Floyd about what we're gonna have for dinner, and then this guy stabs me in the ass. And all I had the chance was to look up at, sorry, I shouldn't call him Floyd, Shamfollow, and say, Shamfollow, avenge me with crit cards because you're a named character. And he said, right. So skipping past him, right to Shoonie. Shoonie, what do you want to do?
So I will do a short prayer. Please guide my light, O beautiful caravan, and bring the knowledge upon these living beings. And a beam of moonlight is going to shoot out of my hand at the northmost mushroom humanoid.
Okay. Did I not put ID in these guys? Who knew what Charwin said? Maybe he's making up names. Please.
That's a 13, which I believe is a miss.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay.
Moonbeam goes high. He just kind of hunches down in his little coral home. Dude blends in so well. So hard to see.
Yes.
What else we got?
That is 2 actions. Third action, I will step northward.
Okay. Which brings... Sorry, yeah?
It says I'm grabbed at the moment.
Oh, well, let go with your third hand. I mean, that's just on you. Fine, I fixed it. I fixed it.
Touché. But that's me.
I'd love it if you were like arguing with somebody and like acting like Thing on Wednesday's shoulder, like your hand just acts individually, like it's really not you. You know, giving the odd smack and changing your mind and stuff like that.
Stop it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not time for that.
The divine
Pylo,
hand.
he needs a little bit of encouragement.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Pylo. And the little hand just smacks him. Gauze, you are up. Andreas, get ready, you're on deck. Gauze, what do you want to do, buddy? You know what Alishi is, Suzy unmute. They are from your homeland. They are peaceful, but they're extremely territorial. And the fact that, you know, our druid went up and went, hey guys, this is this. Sweet. Now we can back off or to go, nope. Kills one of them. And we're like, yeah. Considering some racial things that no one knows about you that I do, it's kind of on now. It would be kind of hard taking this back.
Oh, why would you do this to me?
Filling you with guilt because you know better. It's my job.
Yes. Yes. So, I'm wondering, do I make an attempt to communicate and put this to rest?
Diplomacy not working well in battle. However, if you like literally ran up front between everybody and tried to get your guys to stop, and they all did for a whole round, maybe the pissed off creatures might stop if you're lucky. I mean, it couldn't hurt, right?
Well, I also wonder if this would be a good time for a reveal.
These types of creatures are in your homeland, but doesn't mean these two are like from your homeland. You know what I mean? You find white dudes in Germany, they're called Germans. Doesn't mean they're Americans. No, but you know how a white dude acts when they're aggravated. You know, that kind of thing, right?
That's true. All right. So
I mean, if you want to like, hi, I'm this race, and try, sure,
No.
you know, you might also
Not
like
really.
could use that for intimidate and give them the shaken condition because you're scared to shit out of them.
no. So we're gonna rage.
Righto. Barbarians do.
All right.
Well, just, you know, barbarians do. Barbarians do. I love how, like, in his head, he's really trying to think this through, right? You guys just look at your friend, he goes, just loses his shit. Sorry,
We're just gonna rage,
the inner debate
we're
was
gonna-
short. Yep.
and then we're gonna run over here in front of this dude right here,
Okay.
and we're gonna pop him right in the nose.
All right, so where were you? Here? 20? 10, or sorry, here, right? That's 10. Now you're stepping in difficult terrain. So that's 10, 20. What's your movement?
Well, I was hoping it was more.
No, you can do a double move. I just need to know what's
25.
your... Yeah, okay, so
25.
unfortunately to get to this dude that's lying dead, you're going to need 2 actions. Now, if you want to continue trudging through and still using only 2 actions to get to this guy, or in here to cover, you know, Charwin.
Yeah. So let's go diagonal.
Okay.
So no, back here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Does that leave me anything left?
Yeah, it leaves you an attack. Like, leaves you an action. Took you 2 to trudge in here. You still have a third to do a single
So
attack.
we're gonna,
Yep.
you know, we've got the rage going on, and how do I put the rage on me?
Good question. I guess it's been a while since we've been playing around with Fantasy Grounds. We need Spiegler for that.
It looks like it might already be affecting you. It says effects damage 2 melee AC -1. I don't know the effects of rage.
No,
but
that is... Yep. That's it.
Yeah. Two extra to strikes and penalty. Yeah. So that's good.
Oh, you never
So
turned it on.
then we're gonna rage is on. I just gotta find the right page. Patience. And
Okay,
hold.
okay. I see it. I found it. I'll show
Okay.
you later. Yeah, it's on.
All right. And then I just want to pop him
Okay.
because that's a nice little melee attack.
All right.
So right here with this fist. Oh, look at that. It's a 25.
Very nice. For those of you at home playing with Fantasy Grounds, the main page is your top top tab at the top, but right under it is a combat tab. And if you're playing a barbarian, on the bottom left, you will see the draggable red box that says Rage, and a tiny, and I mean tiny, skinny-ass box that's green lit on that you can shut off to red, and on, and off. You seeing this? Activating,
Yes,
deactivating.
yes.
Yeah, that is not easy to find. I do not blame the player for that at all. Kudos for Spiegler for finding it in the beginning when we first played, didn't know shit. Anyway, setting your target, go right ahead. You have a name. I have a name. My crit and fumble cards are ready. Let's have this. Let's go. My deck has been, collecting dust.
Damage of 7.
Okay.
Because my attack was 25.
Yep. And what do you
So-
expect? You're just actually hitting him with your hand. The old D4. And,
Just a D4.
Yeah. Just, you don't want to kill the guy.
Now I get a modifier. Did it automatically add my modifier? It did.
Yep.
Because it's 4 plus 3, so yes, correct.
Yep. All good. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds, for helping me pummel this mushroom into the ground. And hey, if we win, there's like something to go with the eggs tomorrow. A little tarragon we can maybe find in the bushes. Just saying. But he's still standing. Dude takes it. Big nasty squish. That is your third action, which brings us to our dwarf. What do you want to do, laddie?
I will throw my hammer at mushroom-like humanoid number 1.
You're really
and
not
I
going to
will-
give me the satisfaction of like, hey, we learned your leashy. Call us by name. Well, I guess we said it was insulting. That's fine. It's fine. Yep.
And then I'm going to move to get into a flanking position on Shumfollow.
If you throw at his buddy at the top first, what's our range increment on your throwing hammer or your hammer? Should have a range increment if you can throw it at all. And let's talk about throwing weapons that are not supposed to be thrown, which probably incur penalties.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
the range is 20 feet.
Okay, no, you're good. Awesome. Fire when ready.
Here we go.
Not that I don't think you know what you're doing. I'm just like stating these out loud because you're doing something sort of new to the show, right? I don't throw
Yeah,
hammers. Who does
absolutely.
that? Does he throw a shoe when he runs out of ammo? I just want to know.
No, for whatever reason, I am. It's not rolling.
Really? You probably have issues. All right. You give me permission to take a stab for you.
Absolutely.
Light hammer plus 6. Looks good. No, it's not. That's strange. Oh, there we go. Hoo-yah! And hits.
Fantastic.
And damage. Now, I would not presume to roll your damage. So even if you got to pick up a bare D8 and drop it on there. Oh, no, that worked.
There we go. It worked. Yes.
Okay.
First 6 points of damage.
A solid hit, and this thing is nastily damaged and now has a hammer sticking out of me. It's all concave because we have squishy bodies. But it's still there. Still standing. And now you want it to move?
Yes, I'm going to move to be in the flanking position on Shumfollow with
Okay.
Goss.
Right? So you want to give that, like, drag your guy and it gives it permission for me? Get you into dragging your own dude. Right. Now, as you go between him, by him, past him, and into where it's very, very narrow beyond him, if this creature has attacks of opportunity, I can take them now, depending if they are movement-based. And let me just double-check, just to make sure. In the meantime, enjoy this lovely picture of me and my people. No wonder Charwin stabbed us.
Oh, that
God.
is one eye off of being way too creepy for
It's
me.
got a lot of little beady spider-like eyes on top of, like, I want to say like a goblinish, or yeah, there's a lot going on here, man. But you do have the mushroom head, even though it looks like orange coral growing out of it. You've got sort of a bone-looking pale brown face with tusks and nasty teeth and little bulgy, multiplied sideways, wrong size, black beady spider eyes. Triangle holes under them for a tiny nose. Thick neck, also looking like you chopped up a tree segregated and you get the rings. And then from the arms down, it's just all kinds of twisted this and twisted that vine. And these are our new friends. Well, I guess we don't want to be friends with them since you're beating the crap out of them. Anyway. I was supposed to be looking stuff up, but I was really taken aback. It's like, damn, that's fucking late. It's fine. No attack of opportunity at this time, sir. So you make a clean run, and now you are in flanking position. And I will, when I get to Sham Fallow, get you guys to remind me to make him flat-footed. Actually, I should do it now, because if anyone hits me now, technically I'm flat-footed. Which brings us to round 2. Charwin, let's talk about what you wish to do.
Well, it looks like I can see the guy to the north. He's 20 feet away. So I think I would like to cast my spout spell on him.
Okay. Hit him with the garden hose. Take that, you healthy plant.
You need more water.
Did you target him?
Yes, it looks like he has a success, so half damage for him.
Okay. And
Yay
damage.
for him.
I am a plant. Like, water's like, that's not so bad. I can take it. Nope. And the water pressure splits him in half, and he falls over. Hit him right in the spot with a hammer, like, did most of the work, right? How many actions is that spell?
That is 2 actions.
And would you like to do something for your third?
I might as well try and do a long spear on the other guy.
Well, don't make this combat extra messy on my account.
So I guess here's the question. Because I casted a spell, is it now a multiple attack penalty?
If it was an attack roll with the spell, yes. If it was a save,
Save.
okay, then it doesn't affect your thing. Because the spells will actually have the attack trait to it. And if there's an attack trait attached to anything, that's when you start applying the multiple attack penalty.
Now, just to be sure, right? Just read through the spell real quick.
Sure.
And I'll talk about what Sham Fallow might do if he survives this incoming spear.
Okay, so it's let's see, reflex saving throw. It's a water blast upward, coming out of the ground, rising from a pool, or even manifesting from thin air. Any creature in the area taking bludgeoning damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcaster modifier. With a basic reflex saving throw, you can change this spell to a 5-foot burst, provided you center the burst in a body of water. This body of water can be as small as a pond or creek, but not as small as a puddle or a bathtub.
Man, this really sounds like an attack. Even if it doesn't say it's an attack. You know, they recently came out with the 4th, and I mean 4th. There are 3 wrong versions of the core book. 4th printing just came out, and I bet there's some amendments to stuff like this. However, where rollmongers, rules as risen, and not to confuse things, chuck your spear, sir, at full bonus, unless Aiden can find me a loophole. It's supposed to be on my side too, you know.
I am on the rules side. I'm on neither side except the rules.
Yes.
If it does not have the attack trait, it does not get affected by multi-attack.
You read them, I interpret them. But yeah, I'll let it go.
So
I'm just warning the audience
this?
there might be some amendments in the future, because I bet that's... it's like,
Gauze is kind of in my way, so would I take a -1?
not exactly. You should be able to get, like, there's a lot of your square. You know what I mean? Like, if he was up here, definitely. But I'm going to say no for now. I'd rather favor and you know, I appreciate your honesty, but as much as cover he gives, there's as much on the other side of your mini and his that you have clear, so, you know.
Fair enough.
Now, I also have Aiden look that up in case there's, like, if there's any obstruction, you know, at all, because it only is a -1. But anyway, with a 19, you're going to hit him anyway, but we'll have Aiden look up that so we can learn things while I'm running the show.
I got 8 damage off of that.
Okay. Dude takes the spear in the shoulder and squeals again, but is still up and running. Now, on your turn, with your crappy save, you do take 1 point of poison damage. And at the end of your turn, which is now, you can make a save to get rid of it. So can I have a new fortitude save from you?
Not a fortitude save. It's a flat DC 15 check.
For anything?
For all persistent types of damage, you just roll a d20, and if you get a 15 or up, it stops.
Really? Even if it's like bleed and poison and... Yeah, okay.
Correct.
That sounds
We're
like
all under the persistent trait.
All right, no, that's interesting. You know, you think you'd re-up what I'm going against, but no, it's simplicity, right? 11 failed. There'll be some more poison for you soon. And like I said, bring us to Shamfallow, who, as I'm rapidly just looking at my options here, I punch the guy that punched me. Believe it or not,
Ouch.
some pretty effective. It's got some spore foo. Natural 20, dude, right in the knee, just right in the kneecap. He just little claws come out, bundles a fist, hits you right in the side of the knee. Just, oh yeah, 2d6. Now this crit, named natural 20, is a natural 20 which can pull a card, which I'm gonna do because it's been such a long time.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
of course.
It's called Broken Nose, but because I'm short, we'll go with Broken Knee. The target takes 1d4 persistent bleed damage. I'm gonna go with that instead of the extra dice. So
Listen, a little mushroom dude.
instead of the extra 4 points and doubling my strength, so. Oh no, actually we were just letting it fly, weren't we, with the cards? Because they're 20s, yeah. Don't worry, doesn't kick in until it's your turn. But you know you know what I can do? At -5, I can hit you again. And he does. He starts wailing on that knee. Miss! And then I'm gonna take, and because this terrain doesn't affect me, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step out of attack range, and since it's a step, not a stride, does not provoke, and I'm away from being flanked, and that is Shamfallow's takes a bow turn. Other mushroom dude, unfortunately, is not responding. Other mushroom dude also not responding, which brings us to Shorny. Gauze, get ready, you're on deck. Shorny.
Yes. So I will slowly glide forward, my feet almost not actually touching the ground. And then I will cast Daze on the final mushroom fellow.
Okay. Now, I want to see if this works here. On the, is that just a save for me?
Yes.
Okay, because dude has cover. He's retreated into that, see the heavy stuff? He gets cover in here.
So I did check it. So cover is based off of if there's anything in between blocking a line from the middle of the attacker square to the middle of the defender square. It's not corners like Saga Edition.
Oh, okay, so he would have taken a -1 because I was just down and over. Anyway, still an 18 would have hit me, so that's cool. But thank you.
Yep. So that is looks like an 8 on its will save against Daze as it tries to comprehend.
Yep. Now I
push
the cover button, but I don't know if that works for spells. Anyway, it sounds even if I had covered a +1 or whatever, it's not going to help me. So
cover won't affect will saves. I just have to see the target.
Okay.
It is 4 points of mental damage to it.
My mind. It's kind of funny. You kind of daze a mushroom as if he were magically. Let's put the word magic and mushroom together in another. You know what I'm saying? In another form. Anyway, Shirley. Getting back to the show. What else do you want to do?
That's it. I moved and I cast.
It was efficient of you. We didn't even have to look anything up. Gauze. What you want to do, big man?
I want to kick this little mushroom dude right in his little shins.
Right in the shrooms?
Yeah, right in the shrooms. All right, so am I still raging? How long does that last? Is that a one-turn deal?
No. It's like an encounter deal, and then you end up fatigued. You should get like your. I mean, actually, you might get your rounds like in your level.
It says the frenzy lasts for 1 minute until there are no enemies you can perceive, or until you fall unconscious, whichever comes first.
That's like 60 rounds, dude. So good, or 10 rounds. Sorry,
Sweet.
it's 10 rounds.
All right, so we are going to limp as this dude right here, right?
Yep.
Mushroom like.
Now, excuse me, I would like you to roll d4, because at the start of your turn, you take your persistent. It's time to bleed out.
Can't you-
sorry.
Can't you forget?
Hey, you want me to roll?
At the end of your turn.
Oh,
Start,
end? I
start.
thought it was end you saved.
Originally said start. I reread it. It's the end of the turn. You take the damage and then you make the save.
Okay, so sucking it up with adrenaline before you bleed out or anything. What do you want to do?
All right, so we're going to step closer.
Okay. In terrain, unfortunately, it's a stride. However, he does not provoke, so you're good.
It's fine. And we're going to punch him again.
Okay. Finally, a worthy opponent.
Oh, wow.
You want to take another punch at -4? Or, seriously, just move down the dice track on your, character sheet? I'll take that spinning as a dice.
Natural.
Crit! Oh!
20.
Let's pull you a crit card, shall we? Since I have a name. God help me. Caved Skull. Triple damage crit effect. The target must succeed at a fortitude save or die.
Oh.
Dude, that card was under the card I pulled for you with the same type. Like, that could have happened to you. It could happen to anybody. Damn. All right. Well, give me damage. Now roll another d4. Triple damage.
I just dragged that up, right?
Yeah, you can just drop up a regular one into the magic chat box. As long as you drop it in the chat box, you should be good. Actually, can you just
wait,
double click
hold-
on a dice? No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay. And what's your strength modifier bonus?
Strength modifier bonus. Oh, main one. +3.
Okay, so that's another 5. So you do 21 points of damage, as per the card, for a triple dam. And now, if that didn't kill me already, I need to make an immediate fortitude save, +6, of 16, to not die. And I think this brings us back to the old, what is the DC? Is it his skill DC? Is it his character DC? Like, what am I saving against for these?
Whatever it is, his DC's 1.
Ha ha ha.
Like he kicked me in the knee.
Which well, we're looking that up. Brings us to Andreas. What do you want to do, Andreas?
Persistent damage and save.
Oh, right. Thank you. Right. So, roll a d4 for me again. Cool, right? You take 2 points of bleed damage to your kneecap. Now roll me a d20. Try to get 15 or higher to make the stop. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
Nice.
And what I do with the actual cards, guys, is I place them at the bottom of the deck face up, so that every card will eventually be played before I ever reshuffle. So, and each card has 4 different types on it. So, anyway, I'm very excited to use them because we rarely use them in the other show. Too much whining from the players. Well, we were using them wrong. We were using them very wrong, and it was just ridiculous what was going on. But anyway, Andreas.
Who whines?
When you're only getting 10 above, or you do a crit fail from 10 below, and your buddy throws a hammer and misses, and then the guy casts telekinesis and it rebounds on an ally, so I just grabbed that hammer and hit the original dwarf in the face with it, and he almost killed him. There was a lot of whining after that. Eric's laughing, but he hasn't done the math that I just asked him to play a dwarf. Eric, what do you do?
Andreas
With a
will
hammer,
take,
no less.
Yes, we'll take a step forward and swing at Shumfellow.
Okay. Unfortunately, these are strides, but it's not really going to affect much. They're just 10-foot moves, just so you know.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go,
Nope,
go,
still
go.
won't roll. Nope,
Re-
still won't roll.
Okay, you must be having connection problems. Allow me, sir. Can you just pick up a regular d20? We'll let you do that.
So that is 9.
Okay. Now, last time I rolled for you, I actually rolled your striking instead of your throwing. I accidentally gave you a +2. Whoopsie. Not that we're going to retcon that, because I believe the roll was such a solid hit, it didn't matter. But we're looking at +4. So 13, I believe, would be your total this time?
No, 9. 9's a total.
Oh, you did the +4, did you?
Yes, I did.
That is a swing and a miss. But you do have an action left. Care to take one at the -4, which is next?
No, was step forward, draw my hammer, and swing.
Oh, you have a different hammer.
Yeah, because I threw the one at the...
How many hammers you got?
4. They're light
okay.
hammers.
Okay, I'm going to put in your ammo here. There you go. Now on your sheet, you get like 4 little check things you can click off as you toss them around the room.
There we go, one's checked off.
There you go. Pretty sweet, huh? Anyway,
Yes. You.
man with the endless hammers. And that's you? Thank
That's
you
me.
for your honesty. Bringing us to Charwin. Now, before we begin round 3, Aiden's got a hand up there, Aiden? Was there something we wanted to talk about in the worlds that I put you on?
No. I can't find anything that talks about the DC.
Okay.
The crit cards.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pick up a d20. I'm going to roll it. I'm going to add 6 blindly. Hey, why didn't that come up? Come on, get in there. 13 and 6 is 19. That would probably save, I'm guessing, against any effect like that. Anyway, Charwin, what do you want to do?
Did Mr. Shoomfollow fall over?
He's sort of amongst things. He's leaning back on one. He did stop moving. Doesn't look good for him. He's on the ropes. He could already be dead. Gauze is withdrawing his hand from his crushed little mushroom cap. But there's always that weight of, did he move? Is he getting back up? Gauze is already pulling back for another punch, you know.
I think I'm going to actually move to the west.
Okay.
5, 10. Yeah, we'll go 15 feet.
Okay. Back off.
Yep. So I'm 30 feet away, and
Yep.
then I will ready an action to cast Spout if I see
They're in trouble.
a move.
Okay. The Lishi leader, and I call him leader because they actually call the little dude's followers, was a peaceful man. I mean, maybe followers means cult. Maybe we have a plant cult. Maybe we're here in the scrapyard or ill tent. But I was peaceful, and I set up my garden. And then goblins and then gnolls started trampling our home again and again and ruining our plants. And we speak to plants, and plants are our friends. And we finally had enough. And isn't it Murphy's Law that we decide that night we stay up late, you know, having mushroom soup and because we're cannibals. The next creatures that come through here are going to be sorry they did. And it's not your fault, Charwin, that these guys were already revved up and ready to, you know, stop the next set of trespassers. So I don't blame you. I'll blame Gauze. Anyway, they stop moving. All goes quiet on the field of battle. Can I have another flat check from you, sir? Because you're still taking poison damage, and we might need to see some medicine.
Which check would you like? No, not from me.
Ooh, 16.
16, okay, no more. Okay, so the irritation, the poison in your eyes and everything, you've still taken 2 wounds from that. 2 wounds, 16 total from Charwin. Shirney's fine. Gauze, you took quite a bit of damage. You're like 2/3 down. And Stoutbeard remains stout and unharmed. What do you guys want to do now?
I will walk up to Goss and nasty hit you took in the knee there. Can I have a look at that for you?
If you please, sir.
Okay. If you're going to do what I think you're going to do, I will target him for you.
Yes, please.
All right. He's going to like hit the other knee and make you even out. Watch this. Great. There you go. Now you got 2. What? Skill? No magic? Oh, you cheap bastard. All right.
Yeah, well, I tried with
Fail.
transferred, yes, and didn't work.
He just starts like removing your kneecap and pulls out a tin plate, and we're gonna make you a cyborg too. No, just kidding. No such luck. What do you want to do? You want to make him wait the hour?
No, I will heal
Can
him.
I do a medicine check on myself?
Yeah. But he isn't done fondling your knee if you want some free healing.
Well, no, that's okay. I'll take I'll take appropriate fondling.
Okay.
I have a big axe. Don't piss me off.
That did not come through the microphone as axe. You guys say I mispronounce stuff.
Axe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My axe has a name.
Oh, really? Can I like?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, dude, don't make me use crit cards with anything. Buddy tries to disarm or sunder you, because it has a name.
Oh. It has a name.
Yeah. Anyway, can I give a spell
And I
from?
suppose you want to know what it is, or you want to wait?
Oh, hang on a second. So he heals you 4 points. Now there's something he can do with his spell, which we forgot to talk about, because Eric's a little new to Fantasy Grounds. Is did you want to do the 1 action heal, the 2 action with the boost? You know, like where you give him the extra +8, like a D8 +8. Because there's all kinds of different options, and it's not.
It doesn't give me the option though. It just automatically roll the D8.
If you, where are your spells? I don't even see them.
It's on the combat or the actions tab at the very bottom.
Okay.
My divine font.
So
Are there 3 different, like, it looks like red crosses?
he's got to open up, you hit the little magnifying glass, little tennis racket symbol beside the spell, and it expands all your info, and then you have tons of options.
Are you meaning to add those to me, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay.
Now the funny thing is, it will be a +8. You have 8 damage, so you're actually, as long as I get the nod from him, you're good to go. He doesn't have to roll anything, but
Yeah, we're good.
since Fantasy Grounds is our sponsor, and as long as the podcast audience doesn't mind, we never hesitate to talk about how to manipulate your characters and this interface that we enjoy playing with so much. So, back to the story at hand, right? Besides Charwin, who's like just shaking with water vibration magic, just waiting for one of you guys to, like, I don't know, be the next victim. What do you guys do?
Maybe I will go up to the plants and see that, they've been taking good care of it. So I'll, maybe add a little bit of moisture with my spout spell to help out their garden since they won't be helping it anymore.
Oh, dude, that is so good. Oh, man.
I feel a little bad.
You know what? I don't give out hero points for comedy anymore, but that is such an in-character thing to do. I'm going to give you a hero point for that, because that's just brilliant.
What do you mean you don't give them out for comedy?
No, you haven't been with us for a while. We stopped doing that. We don't give out for comedy.
We're happy.
But you know what
screwed.
we have been doing? We tried this Friday night and it works well. There's an optional rule about giving out one like on a time frame. So we're trying to do you get 1 per hour. So if you guys are set to whatever you have, since we're an hour 13 in, you guys should all get a hero point. And the next time we play, we count it as the back half of this like one session, which is like 4 to 6 hours. And when you're 30 minutes into that episode, 30 from the last episode, 30 from the next, that's another hero point. And then when we finish the episode, if we're right at the end and going in overtime, there'd be a 3rd hero point. But then when we get to episode 3, a couple weeks later, they all reset. They go away. It's like a new session with the DM giving out fresh ones, and we're going to try that for a while. So if we said tonight was a fresh session, last week was a fresh session, and tonight is the latter half, and you guys should all have a hero point. So on your main page, make sure you got 1. Charwin's going to be at 2. Unfortunately, though, unless you're going to do something more tonight with that, Char, that's probably going to go away when we reset. So, back to you, gentlemen. What do you wish to do? Charwin's tending the plants.
Once we're done with the healing checks, maybe Andres would have a look around to see if there's any
Search,
indication of
Okay.
of who the creatures were or what they were doing here.
Did you want to stitch up Charwin with skill, or Charwin, did you want to look after your own wounds? 2 doesn't sound like a lot of hit points, but at first level, it's a lot.
I have medical. I can assist.
Yeah, eventually I
do
would
it.
like to do a heal check.
Okay. All right. Gauze, do the assist. DC is 15 and 20, depending on... Oh, okay.
Nice, I got an at 20.
There you go. +1. There you go. Well, if you nat 20, that's a crit, and you actually get double dice. So you'd actually roll 48 instead of... Yeah.
I think I got it. 14.
All right. Heal the crap out of those 2 wounds. No phantom hit points. Sorry. I know it'd be the first thing Corey asked. Like, it's cool, so I get phantom hit points? No. You just get phantom hit points. The begin the search.
I don't understand.
Search of the garden. Temporary hit points because of the excess healing. Having a look around. Give us some perceptions. Maybe in the tower would be nice.
In a tower? My apologies.
No, it's fine. Usually, like... I think it's funny that they have the main page perception, which churns initiative, and then the skill perception on your sheet, which is later. But as soon as we get an initiative, even if they were in the tower, you're 10. Oh, I guess that's what my perception roll. Like, hiding a lot of these rolls are, unless I'm being dodgy about a social situation, and I'll ask for the tower up front. Not too much to worry about that. Anyway, looks like Shuni wants to move on while you guys are exploring.
Just moving up a little bit.
Well, if the dwarf could spot the exit from where you guys were, I'm going to back this map out and show you what you believe is the way out of here. 10, 20, 30, 40, a mere 50 feet away from Shuni's position. Now she's gone through the narrow gap past Charwin and the dwarf and is now 10 feet beyond them, where it just starts opening up again, and 50 feet away, so 60 feet away from the party at whole, you guys see this giant 15-foot wide sewer pipe. Darkness within, but it's gotta be the way out of here. It's gotta be the stone's throw away. And after spending the proverbial 20 minutes for a thorough search, which really didn't render you much. I mean, back, forth. No, they're really not into possessions. That's their home, their spells, their blah. They didn't collect stuff. Bit of a bust. Perhaps you guys need to make a diplomacy check to convince Charwin that we gotta go, because now he's just like...
Oh, little ones, drink up.
Dude.
Starts digging a hole and literally like it's like a mini grave, but he just thinks he's planting the planting the leashy. He'll come back to us, right? Yeah, sure. That's how plants work. Oh my god, he's a homicidal plantiac. He just thinks that he just plant them, they regrow, like no harm done.
No, red-headed dude. Go get the little guy.
All right, don't worry. He just picks somebody and orders them around each night. First it was the cat, then it was our dead rogue, then it was, wait a minute, I'm seeing a pattern here. He used to order that little gnome around and he died. Then he started ordering the rogue around, then he died.
Okay, tap out then.
Wait a minute, that's not cool. Not cool at all. A narrow path through the scrapyard leads and turns sharply west into an 8-foot wide sewer pipe. The edges filling out to like 15 feet because it's really thick. The pipe's grate lies against a pile of fire-blackened bricks near the opening. The path continues to the south, where it opens into the larger area where you are. However, as if sort of settled down, quasi-camouflaged for a little rest, and now sniffing the air and hearing your battle and kind of like looking your way and getting up. So this thing is on its feet and it's looking at you, Shurney. And these guys are just finishing their nose to the ground thorough search. Come on, they gotta have some treasure. Shurney strolls over, looking up in the sky, wants a sign, and you hear like a barking cough. And this thing looks at you, and you look at it, and it is a very wide, large, heavy, mutated gnoll. Perhaps their leader. And we will see you all next time.